Welcome, guys. The last Sunday of November. Let's see what that's going to be bringing it to us. It's going to be really interesting Sunday close or weekly open, however you want to call it. Because remember one thing, it's not going to be only a weekly open, it's going to be a daily open and it's going to be a monthly open at the same freaking level. I can recall we had it this year on exact the same moment, three kind of big levels that did open up. That's going to be a big one for sure in both ways. If it is going to be holding, then we might even go a little bit more higher up. If we're going to fail from that one, that's going to keep us quite low for a while. So be aware of that. That's going to be a massive level to really think about it to trade from or even have in consideration. So overall price action, we've been quite sideways just because US had their long weekend with the Thanksgiving and everything around it, Black Friday stuff and whatever. Friday was a half a day market open, I guess. But yeah, it's been a quite sideways price action. Don't want to say dead price action, but just sideways, right? This has been quite perfectly hold, and you can see that as well on the formation of the candles. If you deep dive into that one a little bit more, so far this is the first time, technically, from the bottom that we've been, that the 4 hour got close below the previous low. So we are breaking stuff right now. If we're not gonna regain the 92, then that's gonna be the swing failure, and we might even come lower. So far, we are right now holding on the whole volume profile area, and we bounce quite heavy from it. Technically, you could see this as well, that we might do a small bar to the downside, to the low of 87. That's the area that we're gonna aim for the first stop of it. Breaking that, that's gonna be a little bit major because there is not much to the left side that you're gonna hold on. Every single level to the low been already tested or already like a couple times wicked into it. So that's already a formation of weakness. The only one on the low that matters is, for me, still the 83.5. Breaking that, we're gonna go definitely much more lower, and there is potentially the quite significant magnet as well below us, right? That I'm still aiming for. This is still up grinding price action, not really something like I'm key on trading from. And right now, or already like through Tuesday, we are passion against the whole resistance of 4 hour swing failure over here. We didn't regain it at all. We came to the high of it or close to it, and we failed quite significant over here. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later on. But so far, those are the two major levels that you need to watch out for. Regaining the 91, keeping that as your low, that's fine. But then I'm still aiming for failing on from the top of the swing failure. Why? There is as well like quite heavy sentiment to push us a little bit lower, right? That's 1.8k, and that's quite heavy. We all know that. So the next one, if we're gonna do the BART Simpson, we're gonna get back into the 86.9. Then we're gonna see how that's gonna be playing out. Switching back, I need to switch back to my one just to keep an eye on that one. Overall, I'm gonna start with VIX. As I've mentioned as well last time, we got nicely to the 828-ish area, and we fail from that one significant. Remember this failure. This is quite major failure, but overall on the price action, we didn't do it, pardon my friends. We just been grinding to the upside. We didn't do a bigger move. We got back at the 50.9. That's great. That's exactly the level I've been freaking aiming for. We got back into that. Yes, we broke on the way down a little bit more on the structure wise. Not really keen on that one. Only on the load from 15.6. So far, the most important area is going to be right now to open from tomorrow in the afternoon. If we start to open up and we're going to spike above the 17, so that's the close that we did over here with this small bullish candle, if you can call it like that. We start to close everything above that, we start to turn around and going higher. We are still in an up movement, right? This is still up movement. We're gonna break that if we're gonna keep doing stuff over here. We stay below the 15. Are we gonna do that? Not sure if that's going to be the case right now. That's all going to be depending from tomorrow, and there is a lot of depending on that weekly open right now. That all depends as well how the whole day sample is going to hold up. We're going to end up the end of the year below 80 or 70k. That's all going to depend from that one. Anyhow, we are still facing to go higher, right? This still looks like we are failing, right? But remember one thing, and this is the thing, like I'm like to do it most of the times as well. Is there any similarity in the chart that we used to do it? Yes, there is. Quite often, we've been turning around after that whole push to the downside, right? So yeah, we could. Not saying that we will, we could, but this could be even the potential to go even lower. First time ever that we're gonna break that whole low that we created over here. Could be, not seeing it yet, right? Just pay attention to that one. On top of that, like I always want to mention, is the Dixie. Like we didn't even break anything to the downside yet. We are holding on that one. We kind of not really even coming close to the swing failure from the low. But the most important stuff is that we regain the whole high of that area and this area. That's already said, we are still in the continuation of that one. We're coming back into the high of 100. That's not even going to be an issue to hold us down. Regaining that stuff is going to send us to 101 or even 103. There's not much in between that hold us. Just please pay attention to that one, or be aware that this still can go higher. Breaking the 98 stuff over here, then I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to say like, okay, we're going to go even lower on that one. And we're not even going to do the whole up movement for the Dixie, right? That means just be aware every single time. This is exactly the same structure as we did it over here. Same even up grinding movement, breaking it higher up. What you are going to do, going back into the high, and then you having the all-time high on that, or technically from this whole move. This whole move, this is the bear market stuff. Be aware. This is just sign that we might do it. Nothing completely put off the table yet. Right? We still need to regain that. We're doing it quite often with the regains of lows of the body on the daily. That's already quite significant. That daily is that high and close already above it. Now we need to hold it and continue. Right? Just be aware. Yeah, total tree. Still exact the same freaking structure that we've been from almost the whole top, right? Right now, literally to the T, we got the underside retest of the whole swing failure from this whole move. Exact the same underside retest of the whole structure coming back into the lows. So let's see how we're gonna play out right now. On this side, so far we still being trading below that. If you're not gonna regain the 900, 908-ish area, we still gonna grind it out. That means something like this. Maybe gonna do the pop. If not, we're gonna fail from. Those two can happen, right? And still, time will tell. Moving on gold, kind of nicely moving like I was predicting. We are coming back into the underside retest of this whole failure. That's the high time frame structure failure, and we are technically, we are closing above the high of the swing of the weekly, but there is still a daily above us, right? So yeah, even we are close the weekly right now higher up, we still having some resistance above us, and that's the daily one. That's the quite massive one as well, the daily that we've been failing from it. Be aware. This could grind out as I was thinking we're gonna do. If so not, we're gonna go back into the low of 4K and then start to hold that one. That's a quite nice support as well to hold. Technically, this is as well an up movement, right? What we are doing, right? And you're coming back over here. That's a super fib as well for the continuation. Just to mention one, because the master of the stupid fibs is here. So yeah, regaining that high, holding that low. This is your area to buy, right? Exactly like I've been technically as well drawing it out. That's one. Netflix, not really something to mention as well. This is still freaking doing this shit to the downside, but it's such a small grinder. I always forgot about that one. There could be a small, not really a small, but a quite okay one gap, right? It was like afternoon. Right now we are a little bit more above. So this could be a gap, right? That gap's gonna be below us. So be aware if you're gonna trade like that we might come back and close that gap. Doing that, that might be potential something to break, something to the downside as well. So I would like to have the gap above us, come back for that one, and then start to grind higher. But eventually, we're gonna hopefully have it, or hopefully not hopefully, but we're gonna have it below us. So as well, something to think about. Not really something that I'm trading for from, but something to. And as well, the dominance. Didn't got back at the 58 area that significant. I've been thinking that we might get back into this pocket, but it is what it is. But we start to break the structure to the upside right now. Right? Technically, that's the daily event, so that's quite heavy. So be aware that we close above the previous high, that we came back from it. So right now, obviously, we could do something like this, and then you have the continuation, right? That could be. But is this ideal for us? Not really. We know how that's gonna play out. There could be two scenarios on it, right? That Bitcoin might grind higher. That's a possibility. But either way, that's gonna be some devastating stuff for alts, right? The only thing what you care about, that's the dominance. It's gonna be decreasing and quite heavily as well. Let's see how that's gonna be taking off from the next week. So far, that's a little bit on the market side. It's gonna be really, really interesting Monday open tomorrow. That's not interesting. And technically, this whole price action, all with what you're doing over here, that's a pretty nice squeeze on everything, on the order books and as well on the leverage. I think you can see as well the stack leverage that we have in the both sides. So wicking into it right now, going back at it. So that could be a nice failure as well. Why? Because we broke that structure and we're still aiming to go lower right now till we're not gonna regain that high. So yeah, point of control as well over here together with the whole volume profile, significant, coming back lower at 90k or 90k.3 you get in the low volume area. So that slide that says we're going to do the bar then, right? That's no brainer as well. But yeah, oscillators are quite overheated, so even 1 hour starts to get already overheated, and 1 hour is divergent. Yeah, it is. So yeah, 4 hour and 12 hours as well. So be aware that the 12 hours is already quite high. Every single time you got there, right? You can even backtest that shit. Look at that. Quite nice. Look at that. Quite nice. And I think there was as well a reversal sign on that one, but that's on a different chart. I'm going to talk about that. And the daily got already to the midpoint. From the dump of the pullback of 114, we never come back above the neutral line on the oscillator. Something to think about as well. All right, let's see how that's gonna playing out. And yeah, large cap is quite heavy on the capital flow index, 50%. That's nice. We want to be like that high and continue, but every single time we get there, it's not been long that we stay there for quite a long time. So yeah, let's see. We're gonna see any flips of the sides from tomorrow. If not. Now, moving on the next capital flow index. X, nice movement. SPX is still, I mean, that's right now holding because it's close, so there's not going to be a data in, but we close on, around the 40%. That's fine. And look at that. The whole market as well with Bitcoin and ETH, we are not even reaching to regain that neutral line over here. We are still in the same position that we used to be. Yes, the coin spiked a little bit more higher up. That's still in the whole view. If you look at it, it's still downtrending, right? So we are still technically in the continuation. Even we are almost like really, really close to break out from it, but we are still in the continuation. VIX come quite nicely back into the minus 51 already. Potentially every single time when we get into that one, we had spiked up, right? So I'm not sure if that's the good or the bad news. That's for everyone depending. reach Dixie as well. So be aware. If this starts to get really close to the neutral line again, we might see some volatile spike. And I bet you we're gonna see it as well, because not only we had a long weekend, so people are coming back from the long weekend, entering into the market. Always on a Sunday, you see some volatility coming in on the end of the day, or it depends on which side of the world you are, but on the day of trading then. And not only that, but then you have the daily, weekly, and a monthly open from tomorrow, right? Or in like a couple hours even. So be seriously aware of that. Now, moving on. I was on 1 hour just because I want to mention that we've been really holding quite nicely on this hip, that really nice non-hip of Empire, and that the first bearish failure of the whole up movement, right? And look at that, perfectly hold. No matter that, we are still breaking stuff to the downside, body-wise, right? You do this, quite known as well that we already broke something, regaining your 292.3, right? This is your first regain that you need to aim for. Then you start to aim higher up. This is not going to be quite an issue because we've been already on the wick higher up. Then you're aiming for 93.5. Just to let you know that that's the whole play. This is stupid fib for 1 hour, right? This been quite nice. Broken to the downside, even already here been broken. Went a little bit lower. So that's already low from the previous low. Okay, that's been some weak. This price action as well, that's obvious and a no-brainer. If you are a little bit longer into the market, you know that this been hold quite steady and firm. Look at that, 4 hour. If we start to close below 91.3, there you have the cash flow reversal on that coming in, right? That's as well something to think about. So overall, like I've been saying, something else I want to mention as well. Swing points. People don't understand them and they don't know how effective they are. Look at this. Let's use 4 hour swing failure. Look what you did over here. And where do you close? Below the 4 hour high of the swing, right? This is the high of the swing 4 hour. That's the swing point. That's the swing level, like that brought you all the way over here. And not only like forget that this price action been grinded, right? But then if you do it like this, where do you come into it? And perfectly close below that line, right? And right now, what do? Failing. And if that still continues failing, you're gonna do something like that. Hope this makes a little sense. If people don't understand it or not, I know. I just want to mention and point out like how freaking effective they are. Like you can say like, yeah, I took the long and I've been grinding all of that shit out. That's fine. But then I'm still aiming for this. Like this is the most cleanest and most perfect failure of the swing level. Right? This is it. Done. And not only that, as easy as you want to have it, stop loss above the wick, 1%. Right? And already you could be in 2.1% profit, right? With this wick, or even a little bit lower. That's it. Swing points. Easy as it gets. Back to the basics. Anyhow, if we're gonna do the BART, if we're gonna start failing, we're gonna do it over here. That's your next level to be cautious about. That's the weekly open as well. 86.7. That's as well the whole volume profile we had it with the 1 hour point of control. Failing that, as we mentioned, this not gonna hold you. All of that shit been already tested. Maybe you might see something on March, but I'm not really having faith into that level anymore. And then you start to get back and then 82.2. So be aware of that one if that's gonna happen. Right now, if you want potential any regain of the high time frame, the only thing like 4 hours still matters. That's the 95.8. Right? Let me. So understandable, like the 4 hour, it's fine to regain, but high time frame, what you want to regain. Technically, the first one that's been already tested with this wick, so not really putting faith into that one. Twice even. Next one, this is the stuff that you need to regain. 95.5 on daily, right? Regaining that stuff, so that empire, that's the second empire already. Regaining that, gonna bring you straight into the 101 area over here on the side retest. And then you have your daily swing failure, right? But then you need to do like 1, 2, 3 stuff to get 3 things to get into the 104 stuff. So still a lot of work to do. We've been quite struggling, let's say struggling, with the price action of that 21st, 9 days. Yeah, let's say 9, 10 days, right? We did this in 10 days. It's something to think about, I guess. But yeah, not really quite strength yet. And look at that on the daily. Well, what are we doing? Inside retest of that whole daily M pattern, or first reversal candle that we used to have in the big movement to the downside. That's the underside retest. That's the resistance. That's the whole idea of resistance. That's hold you down. Still holding you down till you're gonna regain something, right? So 12 hours. Yep, there it is, the reversal sign, right? So every single time we had that one, it's not gonna be in to the point accurate, but still a little bit more urgent, or a little more in going a little bit more higher in or higher up from it. But yeah, I always look at that one as well sometimes. If there is nothing significant on the highest time frame, always revert to 12 hours. I like the mid days. But anyhow, that's a bit on the indicators. On top of that, the most fun part is, yes, we see some regain of the core area of the liquidity. So that's as well first sign that, okay, potentially there is some little bit more strength into this range that we are playing around. Now we need to hold it. By holding it means we seriously need to be staying above 90, 90.7. Okay, if you stay there, then it's fine. But we've been there as well over here. Remember that, right? We can easily fail from it as well, just because we didn't settle bigger support yet below us. This has just been grinding and really holding the price upwards and upside till we met the first resistance. So not really something significant yet, right? And the squeeze as well, you can see that quite nicely and good on the Algo Master, or on the Algo Master, but if you switch on the order books, right? This has been quite squeezing into the same area of the range that we are still, right? So this is as well good potentially a squeeze, because it is. Both ways are fighting to keep up the price. So yeah, and as well, like I've been saying, coming back into this area, give the band curling up, so that might hold you for a while, and then see if you're gonna get a little bit lower. So far, this is still not changing everything yet. We're not out of wood. Yes, we technically with this week we've been testing all the swing. That swing been testing. We're coming back into that one, closing anything above it. We still could aim a little bit more higher up. That's the one over here. That's the high of 93. That's the last one before you're gonna reach the 95-ish. Right? If you're getting in 95, then yeah, try to change and break stuff. Sometimes it takes time. Need to guys remember, if the price is going in this direction, it doesn't mean that we're gonna full send it, right? Because you need to remember, and sometimes go and check how that kind of price action been behaving back in the day, or in freaking different like positions, right? There's been all as well up grinding shit like till we fail something, and if it's high time frame, no matter what, all of that. That's why I don't like the price action. I mean, not don't want to say don't like, but it's more like I'm cautious about it. Why? Because I know what it can do, and this can do. Because believe me, if we're gonna start to nuke and set a maybe a new low, even don't care if it's gonna be a low or a lower low or a lower high. I don't care about it. But pulling it back, going through all of that stuff over here, makes every single one of retail short the shit out of it, right? They're gonna start shorting here when we're gonna settle a new low, and that's gonna be your flipping the your long and short ratio quite heavily, right? Because right now we still are in 60%. Yes, we dropped down from the 71 or 80%, sorry, 80% to 60. That's a significant drop. We didn't change anything on the structure-wise yet. Remember as well, last time we've been there, right? This could be similar to what we did over here in March. So first low that we are right now, grinding up, right, into the resistance over here. And look what we did over here, right? That whole long and short ratio came together. We kissed the first time. We bounced back from each other. Got the second drop, lower low, and then long and short ratio start to flip over here, right? And look at that. This was your whole flip, not this, not the first one. Let's see. So this is the first one, what we are doing right now, technically, right? The first meeting point. And on the second one, that was the flip on the second low. If you're going to have that, then yes, we're going to blast through all of that resistance over here. We're going to get into the all-time high or close to maybe in or whatever. I will change my positions as well to that side. But so far, yes, we are coming close. We're not breaking anything significant yet. Please be aware of that, right? This is just the low what we settled. We didn't settle any support yet on it. Didn't test anything to the low side. We didn't even get over the resistance. We are getting into it right now after 9 days, right? Just something to think. And yes, this can change quite heavily, right? But need to flip. Still, it's not. So yeah, that's what I meant. Every single reader is gonna short the shit out of it on the second low, or if that whole position gonna go wipe every single one over here. And people have been longing the shit out of it because they are impatient. I didn't think they're gonna miss everything out. Like, yeah, good. But so far, what we are doing is this changing anything, or are we even in a position that we changing? No, we do exact the same thing what we did over here, right? Are we gonna play this out? All depends. Are we gonna regain something? Like people have been laughing at me as well here at 114 that I'm gonna show the shit out of it. Like they forgot that this is still a high that you need to regain, or even thinking about to get back at these positions over here on all-time high. But we didn't. Look what kind of failure was it. Where did you broach it at? Here. So that was even 28%. Thank you very much. Right. Same thing. Turn around. Invert the chart. Right. Could be. Not, but it could be, right? If you think about that, that's the high that we need to regain. Go higher up. Same thing, right? Are we doing that? Technically, we could still grind it. Why? Because it didn't break anything downside, right? This thing, right? Myself. I'm not gonna answer it. But yeah, this is the whole idea. If you don't see it, invert the chart sometimes. Maybe that will help you. People attempt to stuck in one way position only, right? Or in one way mindset. And it's okay if you do that, if you trade one way only, but then don't be surprised or don't complain if it's not going to your way only. Market's gonna go up and down no matter what. So that's one thing. I will cover a little bit on rest of the market, some of the coins. Hype still, same thing, like not really breaking anything yet. What do we do? Red line, that's my underside retest. Perfect. To the T. Right? Fucking again. To the T, right? My brain doesn't work today. Failing the 35 area, gonna get back at the low of, I think, yeah, that one. That's the only one that's didn't been tested. 31.15, and yeah, that's gonna hold you for a while, I guess. And breaking that might send you a little bit lower. Right? I don't know about what we're gonna do still on high, just because I don't know, I have a feeling we might find ourselves a little bit lower, like not the area of below the 19 stuff, but something like this could be potential as well for high. Still, because we are in downtrending, and to be honest with you guys, we broke high time frame stuff already with this low. This is still not regaining anything as well as Bitcoin. So doing that, it still could be potential. And I've been kind of looking at it. I don't want to say it, but all of this, what we did over here, it looks quite similar to what we did over here. This is quite weird to me. We are extended doing exact the same thing what we did after the list. Want to say something about it, or like that's gonna be the true what's gonna play out? But overall, on this price action, still that we broke all of that stuff over here, setting a new low high time frame. It's quite big. Like that's close, but quite rough for hype. So, and oh yeah, that was the reason why I'm thinking we're gonna get lower that box 26-ish. That's the high that we settled on the beginning of hype. 70. That was my area point of interest. That's why I said like somewhere over here we might see potential like nice buy. And don't get me wrong, spot wise, I'm buying the shit out of it right now as well. Right? But leverage trading, like I will look for something over here. That will be much more interesting for me and maybe a little bit risk free. First, same thing. Every single new low, I'm still buying it. I don't care. I'm gonna buy it and I'm still buying. And then that's even leverage buy. That's not only on spot, but that's leverage buy. Because I'm still expecting that's gonna do every single time that 1x movement that it used to do. So let's see. At least that. And to be honest with you, like, what's the risk? Like, it's gonna go to zero. Like, yeah, fuck it. I'd rather buy the new low every single time than I'm gonna buy anything on the fucking high of it. So, it's what it is. AVAX, and that's the whole freaking market. Like, guys, look at that. This is really, and to be honest with you, I really need to say, like, AVAX and Injective, really perfect price action of holding it, not dumping on you or like freaking sending it to like zero or something. Still, I would like prefer it below the $10, but that's something else. Anyhow, it's still like grinding into the downside, so it's slow move a little bit more lower, right? Constantly. That's fine with me. Eventually, we're gonna settle the low and we're gonna break stuff, right? But that's still on Injective. It's a little bit more higher up. That's 6.6. That's the high that you need to regain, break, or flip. So far, AVAX did already technically broke that, but still on the higher stuff. So this blocks is holding you. So yeah, one more leg, and then eventually you need to hold a low. And I would rather hold 13. Coming back into that one could be potential nice long, right? On AVAX, definitely, right? By doing already this flip of 14, coming back, maybe even a little bit more higher up. Yeah, see what I meant? This one. 13.4. I would rather hold that coming back into it. Either way, we're gonna break that stuff. I don't care, but you holding on this whole grindy support price. I'd rather do that on it. So yeah, that's gonna be some interesting stuff. Now, I want to tell you some, or first thing first, I want your opinion about something. Feedback, no matter what, if it's even negative or not, I don't care. Still, it is a feedback for me. There is a thing that all of the mentors gonna work on it. I just started it. I sent my opinion or my thing to Max, and we looking into it. This is something new. This is literally still in like a draw mode, right? So it's not nothing that we are like putting together yet. But I would like your opinion, what you think about it. If that's gonna be something useful for you, or maybe potential new members that are coming up into the into the community. I'm sorry, I'm gonna front run some of the mentors over here with this information, but I'm the first one who's streaming after that we got that information about it. It's not something that it's still set as it will happen, but we are thinking about it and we are looking into it how to do it. Now I'm gonna move into this chart. Let me delete this. This is the empty chart, right? Guys, what would you think, or would you like to have for each mentor one indicator with the setup what they're using? Like, for example, call it what it is, like master indicator Adrian, master indicator Zeus, master indicator Smyrn, whatever. And it's going to be one indicator who's going to show you how we use our indicators. And of course, you can like fine tune it however you want it, but it's going to be just one indicator instead of having all of the indicators what you have right now. Would you like that? So for example, and this is my example, I sent it. I'm working on the second part on that one. That's going to be a little bit more hard to do it. That's going to be on my part. Like I set it up for example, the newcomers, right? The indicator will start with the swing points and the opens. On top of that, combined it with the market structure. So you're gonna see this on your indicator, and on each time frame what you're gonna have it, right? So this is gonna be my base of the indicator. That's gonna be where you start from. On top of that, there's gonna be or I'm hoping that, and we are working on it, for an option to toggle on liquidity bands or levels, but only the core ones, right? So I simulate it like this, like I tick them and make them black, so you only see the core lines. On top of that, you can toggle on and off the ALGO master bands and the order books, right? So that's going to be one. And what I'm literally working on as well is to have not like that. I want to have the bands of the long and of the bulls and the shorts, whatever you want to call it, a pressure band over here. Volume profile, I would like to have it exact the same, if that's possible, as the one that the Kaitaka have it, the adaptive one, right? So if you zoom in and zoom out, it's adapting on the time or the structure what you are looking at. That's what I wanted to have it. I'm not sure about it yet, if that's going to be working, but that's what I want instead of the profile ones that we have. If not, then that's going to be staying, right? So that's going to be the basic of the indicator. On top of that, I prepared the oscillators as well. So the wave master is going to be in my style that I'm using it, with the rest like switched off or even not there to be able to be toggled on. So it's going to be like I'm using it. And I would like to have the capital flow index setup of the market like I use it as well, like this. Plus that you can add your own stuff to it. And I add as well some new features to it that I'm not going to tell right now. That's going to be for later on when that's going to be releasing. I add some features to the capital flow index. But then that's going to be like the full one indicator with all of the settings that, for example, I teach or I use or like my strategy is built on, right? I'm still working. That's going to be a little bit issue because it's not something that you can automate. I'm still working on it, and I really need to figure out how to implement automated of the high and the low of the swing, like this, right? That's gonna be plot all of the 4 hour high and the swings, or each time frame that you are on, gonna be adaptive to that one. That's gonna be a little bit hard because automations not really know what we want to say with that. They don't know what's the high of the swing failure, right? They know that this is the high, but this is a high as well. This is the high as well, and this is the high as well, right? But the core high that you need to care about is this. I don't care about those. So that's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to implement into the indicator, but I'm working on that one as well. So the whole idea about it is that all of the mentors right now that are here, they're going to combine their strategy plus the indicators that they use into the one only, and they're going to be like I don't know, like whatever the name, like master indicator of that particular mentor, right? You can switch it on and have it on or whatever. So yeah, I would like to know your opinion and feedback about it. Would that be useful for maybe you guys, or definitely for maybe for new members or newcomers, right? So yeah, I think that's gonna be quite neat and fun to have it as well, and to work from it, especially to build from it like more and more often. Like if you're gonna be that, if we all gonna have that indicator, right? But yeah, this is gonna be my base because I do teach the freaking basic of the whole structure on the market and the key points, the failures, swing points, whatever. Basic of the basic, like the barrel minimal that you need to know. And this is gonna build in a one indicator. So you don't need to have like all of them like I'm having right now. It's gonna be in one on, right? So now, I would like some feedback if you don't mind, like send it in my DMs, whatever, what you think about it, or even what you would like to see on that indicator as well, right? Because now it's a time that we can tweak and work on it. Let me have a look what you're all talking about. Yes, Stubot. Oh, bro, I'm not talking about Stubot. Go to his stream and talk to Stu about that. It will be very useful. Thanks, mate. Add your strat to the I mean, we have the videos with our strategy in the academy, right? That's there. It's all there. That's gonna be like you can use it from your own trading view, right? You don't need to like copy over all of the indicators, settings, whatever. It's gonna be over there. Yeah, the volume profile. Yeah, I would like to have that adaptive, right? This is great. This is good still, right? This is fine, right? The static one, but the adaptive one, it would make a little bit more sense because we always zooming in, zooming out, and going through all of the structures like on the one specific time frame. That will much more nicer, and let's see how that's going to be playing out. My choices, the stack and all of the learning market structure and different paid price, different I think have market structure first in academy. Okay. That's interesting actually. Definitely. I mean, to be honest with you, and dude, that's the whole market structure. That's my whole trading actually. That's the whole thing that I'm even doing like as a mentor, one-on-one sessions and everything. Like, yeah, that's the whole idea I'm doing. Like the first 4 sessions is only about this, what you're seeing in front of you right now, without even indicators, nothing. But like, yeah, you can have that as well. It's still indicator. It's still gonna be lacking, right, on the information. You still need to understand a little bit more by your own. But yeah, they're gonna be eventually indicated. That's gonna show you the breaks, the holes, the equals, the failures, and everything on top of that, right? But yeah. highlighted video strategy. Yeah, exactly. Indicators. Yeah, they are in the academy. Yeah. A lot of sense. There is so many indicators and settings. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. Because believe me, like we as a mentor, like okay, maybe not everyone, but most of us, or couple of us, know the indicators by heart because we've been from the beginning of them, and we seriously know what they do, how they do, and sometimes we need to like look into it and then yeah remember like yeah okay that's been done and that's how it does. But yeah, sometimes not even members, like see and I know like a lot of members don't even look into them, but they are there, like they are built to be used, right? And go around, click around, set them all on trading view and see what they do. Like yeah, that's how it should be, right? From the beginning you need to understand the indicator first to be able to know how to trade from. I would two even strategies will be time frame based choice, which one of you are trading on time frame that suits my personalized. I mean, chaos like structure wise. So the thing is, price action structure wise is all time frames. Like no matter which time frame you go, it's still structure and price, right? What are we doing right now, right? This is still continuation, right? We hold the low, but we break, failing on regain the high. So breaking this low right now, where do you go? 91.8, 91.1, right? That's the next support that you're gonna hold. Yeah, I mean, this is all no matter which time frame you are on. Chart in and out points when it's a trading view tool. I know it is. Yeah, it is, but still I don't like those tools. Like that's why I've been mentioning the one from Kayotaka. I didn't come across the same one exact how it works on trading view as the one on Kayotaka. That responsive, that adaptive on TradingView, I didn't find it at all. Like, yeah, you can draw them by yourself, but still, that's your own input, right? And I want, like, with that indicator, is what we want. Like, people don't need to put in anything by themselves. So yeah, they are plenty because I've been through all of them, like quite a lot. But I didn't find the one that accurate as the one, not really accurate, but yeah, still accurate, but that responsive as the one from. Yeah, but I didn't find that one, so I don't know which one it is. Like there are plenty, like VRVPs, right? The volume range, volume profile ones, plenty of them. But yeah, even then, like if we can make our own from the volume data, be that adaptive, that would be fucking great. Hello, Harley. Hey guys, I'm pretty good. Just doing, giving some inside information what we trying to figure out and build on. It's ALGO master to identify time frames. What do you mean? Identify time frames? Like you need to identify the 4 hour time frame if it's 4 hour, or what do you mean with that? This indicator work better as bots. Oh, time based. Okay, yeah, work better as bots. Yeah, they do. But yeah, so that's the whole idea, right? To have maybe they're gonna be like a bit different on the layouts or color schemes or whatever. I don't mind that. I'm gonna tweak that as well. But then the whole idea is to have this as base ones, right? This is the whole base that you should have and should know and should understand as well as structure wise, at least. And then the two ones you can toggle on and off, and then of course the freaking oscillators. Plus, on that one, I will do my best to figure out how to implement the high of the swing and low of the swings. Be able to, I mean, that the indicator is going to recognize that. So the thing is that That's the issue what I'm getting into it with the high of the swing and the low of the swing. It's exact the same thing that, for example, Stu have it with the Stu fibs sometimes. But the so let's see if that's gonna be the right one or how it's gonna. Sometimes you see that the Algo Master fibs, right, are not pulled correctly, right? Okay, no. This one is alright, man. Let's see what he's gonna do over here. That's still a right one. Here. Yeah, that was yeah, basic. Yeah, okay, I get the point what. But yeah, anyhow, the thing is, like the indicator, it's just calculated way of doing things, right? It's not looking, oh, did the body close below that one, or what kind of close is it, or whatever. It's not going to look like that. It used the all calculation, but the trading view it's giving them, right? Or how you amend them into the course, right? That's why this as well, not, I mean, sometimes, rarely, but sometimes pulled a little bit off. Yeah, for yes, exactly. It's difficult to achieve that on turn. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, I'm seriously thinking and looking into the ways of doing that. Maybe there is some workaround to do. I don't know. There is a lot of to think about it because you cannot let it plot it automatically because, like, I know that this is the daily swing failure, right? But the automation one will do the highest one. So that's the one. That's still correct, but there is much more to get there, right? So it's not always nice and pretty with the automation. There's a lot of work and work around, and especially like tweaking, doing stuff differently that you used to do it. A human eye, it's you cannot compare something else. Always, yeah. I mean, it could be, and I mean, I know Smart that we tried because yeah, I mean, Trendmaster we talk about that one. There's even Smiley tried that one, but yeah. Oh yeah, 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 I do. I do remember that smile. Yeah, Smyrn. Yeah, I choose that. I want to trading and fine tune indicators to back testing swing times for. I mean, yeah, that's fine as well. Yeah. Change the numbers of candles to consider it's not a. Yeah, exactly, exactly that, Howley, and that's why that's gonna be a little bit more pain in the ass, right? But I don't know. It sounds to me that it's not possible. Like it is not possible or something, right? It's still a lot of work. But let's start with the basic. So that's gonna be the whole indicator, right? So that's gonna be looking like that. You're gonna have like 80% already. What I'm looking always for the charts and on the charts to trade on, no matter the time frame. And then on top of that, I mean, I can learn you the high and the swing points by myself, and you can plot them. That's the only thing what you could do. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna work my ass off. That one. Yeah, that should be brought back. I know, but I don't think we have even able to get back to that code or source. I don't think we have that even. The the thing is, like, I'm not gonna talk about that much. So the high and the lows one, the swing points, they cannot be calculated percentage or calculated things from the screen. So what I was thinking that the script is taking a snapshot, right? And then from that snapshot is recognizing like this is the high, this is the previous low, right? This is the high, this is the previous low. Like that should be the matter of how it should work. That's for sure going to be way too advanced for trading view because you need to remember as well like there is so much that trading view can handle or sorry the indicator on the trading view can handle cannot go like ballistic on the on some stuff. But there is always workaround for it. But yeah, so I've been already working on that one on the side, and let's see how that's going to be playing out. I didn't hear from Max anything negative about it yet, so that's fine, and I hope it's going to be good. If he still remembers that he's working on that stuff, or he wants that to do, mention that to us if you like to do that, and we'll agree, or most of us when we've been in the meeting last time. So yeah, quite happy about it, and could be interesting for long term stuff, and play around with it and add stuff to it, or have your own things. One indicator for all of them, whatever. Time you go. Uh, day two. Most of the times that's the most appropriate one, right? So you have a snapshot of, for example, 2 days, and right, this is the snapshot. This. Oh, so day two, that should be already fine. Why? Because on a 4 hour, uh, uh, that's the 4 hour, right? From those 2 days, and that's the signal. And then you move along. You take another snapshot, right? And then you see the price get hit, but quite nicely back into it. So you continue holding that. Then you go back, same thing. 2 days here, 2 days there. I don't know. I'm just out loud thinking. Anyhow, this is not the area right now to figure stuff. I'm gonna do that as well in the meanwhile. But yeah, overall, that's the idea that could be potential something big for us, for MDX as well, and for the mentors. So yeah, to play around with it. For example, as well, like Stu wants, right? He have his own indicators that he like to use. One click for all of them. Could be neat. Could be awesome. Could be nice, something fun to like sell, if I can say like that as well. Not really sell like be about behind a new paywall, but more likely for his YouTube, new income as people. Yeah, of course they will. Yeah, they do. They do. But that's what I said. Like that's why it's difficult for it. But I think if we can figure the 4 hour only, that will be massive. You don't need the rest of the time frames. If only the 4 hour is gonna show you the high of the swing and low of the swing, that's all. And for 24 hours, yeah, exactly. TradingView Workspace. This will be shared on TradingView Workspace. What do you mean? Workspace? I don't think we ever been there. Like I don't like to be honest with you. Oh, on where is it? Here, community. Like, bro, did you ever been here and look at that? Look at all of those charts. Like sometimes, really rarely, but sometimes we and the guys who are hanging out in the voice chat, we go here and freaking hell, you see some crazy shit over here. Yeah, Wind Rocket. Oh, Ben person. Yeah, I think you've been. Yeah, I think you've been smart. But yeah, the workspace. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you, Eagle. I agree. That's not only sometimes. Where is that workspace? I cannot find it anymore. I'm stupid. Definitely, I am stupid. But where the fuck is that? Four? Oh, uh, Hey, Stu. That's my yeah, master master mentor indicator, MME. I just call it like that. Yeah, master mentor indicator. Yeah, that's my not workspace, but that's the how you call it, the profile, right? The tab profile. So yeah, I was wondering what you guys will think about it. If so, then yeah, I work on it a little bit more harder after we settle down with the bot master. Yeah. Yeah, it's something special, yeah, to code for indicator. It's a really different approach. I don't think it's not possible. Something that maybe you need to find the right person, the right mind, or the right setting, code, or like approach to it. It's always like, oh, you need to do it a little bit more differently than out or something. Always second way. So yeah, but yeah, for me, it's gonna be fun, right? To have that and to show off the whole strategy behind it as well, and do this whole stuff because yeah, I mean, those are the things that I'm freaking 99% using on top of the thing. That's the whole strategy, as simple as it gets. More right, it's easy as fuck. But yeah, I guess the capital flow index is going to be a neat touch to it as well, especially with the whole market overview on it, and you can add stuff to it. Yeah, super juicy stuff. Could be something. And then each mentor gonna have his own. Yeah, nice to have it as a mentor, I guess. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, be careful. And I know some of you are quite fucking high about it and homoing into the shit, but I'm not sure if you realize that or so. But Griffane got delisted on BitGet. Right? It's a freaking shit token bar. Everything about it is shit, but that's got delisted on BitGet. And as well, I'm not fucking surprised at all about that, but just to let you know. The freaking, I mean, yeah, why is it not fucking in all-time high? Oh, sorry, it is all-time high. Mooning. So yeah, just to let you know. Is there anything else that you guys want to look at? Or you are way too busy with the bot master right now, all in bots. Good one. Lana, holding. Ooh, that took over. What's out? I always wonder. It's not something that it's gonna happen. Don't get me wrong. It's just something that I always think about. Like, what if? For example, what if? Like, just imagine. What if MDX not gonna be here? What you gonna do? You can for a baby to see if it's a good fit now. I gave you some job, you wanna say? I just mentioned per because it could be quite volatile in moves, right? So it could be like, I mean, volatile, like it's not going crazy, but it's still setting some right volatility. And if you are like looking for something as a scalper, literally right now, then I mean, yeah, there are some moves. Oh shit, the wrong one. But it could be interesting. Who knows, right? Oh shit, look at that. That's a nice one. Yeah, but still alright for that kind of project with that less of history to go by. It's a start. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. So, guys, by the way, yeah, speaking about the bots, which bots are you running right now from the bot master? If you are running them, I have Cake, Arrow, X, of course. I had five, I guess. I took. I don't remember anymore. Is this public indicator on trade? Could be. Yeah, he is using one. Stupid point. Burn. Show you magic. A piece of cake. Mm, uh, how's this going? Ah, no way. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Please, please fucking jump from this fucking edge. Jump. Oh, are you gonna be streaming tonight? Because most of. Oh yeah. By the way, how you are? How is the things going on with you? Running after this. Good. Awesome. Happy man. Happy that you are okay. Ah, look at that. Where you came in. Failing from the high. Where do you stop? Oh yeah. Boy, failing this. That's gonna be big. Then the next one. There, but that's been. Well, if that's gonna go to fucking below $100, I'm gonna laugh my ass. Isn't it? Perfect. High of that one. This again, again, again. That's anyhow. How's this bullshit? We're back to zero. Okay. Yeah, guys. Anything else you want to have a look on? So far, use the failure of 9 goes to. You failed that. Goes below. You're done. Yep. Use that close. I hope you guys see that as well. Maybe I'm crazy one. Like I understand that you had here the base, right? This is the strength, and but when the coins start to do this, low and fucking lower low after that. Like, Gonna be interesting week. That's gonna be really interesting. Oh, oh. Thing is, like, remember this, right? This M pattern. That's the first bullish or bearish, whatever, the reverse candle that close in your way up or down, right? What you're doing now. First candle, you close bullishly in 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th week, right? Continuing it into the maybe lows of this. That's gonna be first resistance that you're gonna aim for. Or flip it and right, have this as your support. And VRVP, yeah, it is. Get that. Find the one that is exact the same as. It's not the same. It's not that responsive and adaptive if as the one that Kayutaka have it. Right? It's, I know, maybe it's the freaking trading view one, but how glitchy and how low it is to respawn. And this one, as in on here, it shows much more information to it, right? It shows the whole move, for example, 1 hour. Here, no, it doesn't look the same to me. Hmm. I've been looking at that one, yeah, for a while, but I don't know. I don't find this exact the same and the same responsive to it as the one from Taka. Doing something. Oh yeah, I've been over here. So yeah, remember that this could be your Empire week that you are creating right now. So let's say this is your daily, monthly, and weekly open, right? Believe me, guys, if I'm saying that this is gonna be the most important level since the whole freaking year that we did. From for all of that freaking price action that we did in a year, that's gonna be the most important one. Because we could do something. Well, right? So you open up level same as we did over here. You fail from it, set a new low, then you gain that shit, right? Vice versa as well. Fail from it, then remember the February open that's happened over here that pushed the whole freaking price to the downside. I don't say it's gonna happen like that. Right? That was the 30% downside, and we just in May freaking reclaim that level. Get the signal in the Irish back country. Yo, see you later, mate. Be careful. Don't let the bear bite your ass. Yeah, I know that one as well, Hurley. I would like to, like, for me, like, how is it possible that they use fucking trading view, right? This should be from trading view or not. Or is it custom chart? That might be as well. I'm not sure. I don't see trading view logo. So they might not use even the trading view. But this, look at that. This, with all of that shit on the chart, right? Look how responsive it is. And as well, like with everything. Anyhow, I will look into. So yeah, be aware of that level. Definitely gonna be heavy on that will come starting. And of course the monthly right now as well. Well, not to forget about it, the monthly close. Potentially, yes, a small regain from the low. We did 14%, but anyhow, still that's a nasty close. Last time we had it, exactly the fucking shit we extend. So this could be, and literally like as well, like if we open up the monthly right now over here, look at that price section over here, right? That was the this level what we are opening up. Lower, retest, failure. Lower. Chart over here. The all right. Anyhow, we will see it today in 5 hours and 40 minutes. Gonna be definitely freaking awesome. Stu, are you gonna stream today? Because you are always around the daily opens, right? Yeah, that might be. Yeah, that might be Harley. I will might figure that out. But it's a really nice and good process to working for something differently as well, and especially it is better for MD. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if people are happy or not about it, but Viking is away. He is, I guess, already in London, or he's gonna be there, arriving. I think he's ready from tomorrow till Wednesday or Thursday. So I'm covering the market updates tomorrow and Tuesdays. Tuesdays. And Wednesday and Thursday is Sue is doing, if he's gonna be able. Those are exactly the quite busy days. But if not, I might squeeze. Yeah, so you're gonna see after tomorrow. Yes. First one, if I'm gonna chill about this as well. If you need anything or rewatch anything quicker than from MDX, I'll go. Influence that you are looking at, but that's all about the shillings. Looks properly comes from the just. Yeah, that's good. Change base. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, they are doing that technically on TradingView as well, but they are like a little bit more, I don't know, glitching, and it's not that adaptive and not that kind of accurate. Because I'm fucking hell, if I'm gonna zoom in and I have here in front of me this kind of one big ass block, like that's not really the accuracy that I'm looking at, right? That's why I'm kind of fall in love with the one on the Kayotaka one, how they built it. That's something. But I assume that people are gonna be happy about those indicators. Maybe not specific the one from me because that's a little bit more basic, back to the basics, and most of them they know that. There is something to take advantage from, and everyone have gonna have his own. We're just gonna pull up some pivot points, cash flow, do with the trend master and super fips, right? So yeah. Eagle have the biggest one. He had the bot master indicator. So he have the biggest one and the most used one. The most powerful. Good stuff. Good to right? Think so. Well, eventually that's gonna last long because everyone's gonna do the bots thing and no one's gonna trade anymore. It's not a competition, mate. No, it's not a competition, mate. But you won. Yeah. That's joke. Oh yeah, that stuff is great. I think I can show it, right? Even if I'm like I, I need to even I guess promote it. So yeah, guys, if you didn't been yet or didn't see it yet, then this is it. This is where the magic happens. Plug and play. Let's read the whole library with all of that setups and everything that you need. I think I did a bit too much. Oh, community behind it as well. Those. So the thing is, what you're seeing right now, it's you are not able to see it on Discord. Weirdly enough, that stuff on Discord is closed. What you're seeing, this chat and announcement for the bots, but they are working to combine like the people from outside the Discord and I guess Telegram be here as well. Let's see how that's gonna be. But there is a section over here in Discord that you not can see yet. We are working on that one. And of course, our specialist, the sexy half robot, he take care of all of you with some tutorials as well, questions. So be if you need something, then you can find every single thing over here from the step-by-step explanation, contribution. So if you have your own opinion about some, or you found a good setup, you can share it over here. Yeah, this is it. Easy as it gets. And those are all of the best what you can use. Yeah, great stuff. Really, really good. It doesn't get easier as that. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. If you guys have any questions so far, small recap. Be aware, like I've been saying, weekly, daily, and the monthly is gonna go open up in one level. Quite significant, quite heavy. We are going into the last month of the year as well, with some Christmas in between, New Year, so not really a lot of trading time, I guess. But still, first thing first, we still need to regain or come even close above 93.4. Failing 90.6, you're gonna bite below the 87.2, and then let's see if we're gonna find something to hold on from it. We are starting to get quite heavily overheated on the low time frame. 12 hours start to get reversal signs of, as well on that one, and if that follows, daily might turn around. So we might even be still in the continuation because we are still didn't do much yet. That was just a 9 days grinding to the upside to met the resistance and maybe fell from it. But it is what it is. Be aware. The volatility is gonna come in and pop in a couple hours. Always in before market close or open on Sunday. And yeah, be aware. We are at the resistance right now. Gaining the lows right now. We're gonna have a continuation lower. Right, regaining the high, going back into the 93. We might do some damage for the upside. First thing first, the daily resistance at 95, 5 ish, 95, 5 or yeah, 5, 5. Yeah, 99, 95, 5, 5. So that's the high time frame or daily time frame resistance so far. We are not even breaking above the 4 hour. But yeah. Watch out for the levels. Enjoy the bots. If you have any feedback for the upcoming or the indicator what we might work for the mentors, let us know. The DMs or whatever you wanted. Any feedback welcome. If it's even negative or positive, I don't mind. All of it is feedback for me. So yeah, happy Sunday, end of the Sunday for some of you, and enjoy your weekend still. I will see you tomorrow on Market Update. Have a good one. Appreciate you all. Love you. Bye bye.